take that to heart because you really don't really. I mean, I don't know your finances, but you don't seem like you need a lot of money. Like you were on a network. You were hosting a network TV show for a lot of years. You were a star of talk radio, news radio, and everything.
Well, I'm also an idiot. I could have spent that money.
That's
Burned
true.
right through that shit.
Yeah.
He's got gold boots.
I would never get involved with anything that I don't believe in. I just wouldn't. I don't have another life to live. I've got one. And while I'm already ahead, and I'm not worried about paying my bills and everything's going well. The last thing I would ever do is get involved in anything that I didn't really. That's not true though, because I did do Fear Factor again for another term. But you gotta I really like those guys that I worked with. Those
and you're
producers
good at it too, by the way.
And I would be sick if I saw somebody else doing it. I really would have. That even though that show was retarded, that was my baby.
Yeah,
I did 148 of those fucking things. But there's no way I would be involved in a company unless I believed in it. And everything that we sell it on it is all stuff that I use in my daily life that I've talked about long before I got involved in this company, especially kettlebells, which I feel are the best as far as like strength and conditioning. If I had to pick one exercise, I think kettlebells is like the best piece of exercise equipment that you can have. It's like a cannonball that's got a handle on it. And it's all about controlling this fucking cannonball. And they come in a bunch of different sizes. I use sometimes as light as 35 pounds, sometimes 50 pounds, sometimes 70 pounds, and they give you amazing workouts that directly apply to jiu-jitsu for me, but for any athletic endeavor where it relies on explosiveness and muscle power. And it's all exercises that make your body move as one complete unit. As opposed to like isolation exercises, which a lot of people do at the gym when you see them lifting weights. This is something where your entire body, like there's things called Turkish get-ups, where you hold this weight up, you're lying on your back, and then you slowly and controlledly stand all the way up to your feet and then bring it all the way back down. It's a really odd thing, you would think, but it's really applicable for like strength and fitness in real world athletic pursuits, and even just for picking shit up, and even if just for having a strong body. It's better to have a strong body than a weak ass bitch body. There, I said it. All right.
Unless you date like girls that are like bisexual and like bitch body.
Do they really like that? The girls who are bisexual, they like a guy that's not guy-like.
Right.
That's too much of a gamble,
That's
though.
my secret.
Yeah, she's gonna gamble for a niche market. I'd say you could probably get them anyway for bulked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, the supplements. Go to Onna.com. Use the code name Rogan, and you will save 10% off any and all the supplements. The kettlebells and the battle ropes, that shit does not work on. We sell them as cheap as we can, and they're, especially with the kettlebells, it's very difficult. It's like you're sending cannonballs through the mail. They're as durable as fuck, and they'll be here forever. All right, that's it. Mike Birbiglia is here. Birbiglia, excuse me. Mike Birbiglia.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Sorry, these commercials are brutal, especially for a first timer. You gonna talk all that?
That sounds interesting to me, though. It's like something that I've never investigated. I've always just kept at arm's distance. That kind of the nutrients and the vitamins and things like that. I'm just I don't understand it. I'm not going to go near it. But you, and I've listened and watched this podcast, you seem to know a good bit about it.
Well, I know from my personal experience, it makes a big difference for me what I eat. If I really concentrate on the most important thing, I think is nutrients from food. That's the most important thing. You got to eat healthy food, and then supplementation on top of that. So you have to have the actual nutrients.
So what did you eat for lunch today?
This morning I had a hemp protein shake. I only ate once. I just had a hemp protein shake with banana, coconut oil, and
I had 2 cigarettes
and coconut water. Yeah, no, I don't eat heavy in the mornings. I eat really light in the morning. I usually just have a shake, or have a kale shake. That's my most common thing that I have. If I'm lazy or if I'm running out the door, I don't have time to make it. But it takes a few minutes to make it. I have to clean the kale and clean the celery and clean the cucumbers, and then I take chunks of ginger and raw garlic. And there's a thing called what's the name of the blender? It's this badass blender, but it's specifically designed for this purpose.
Yeah.
It's got like a plunger, and you shove everything in there.
Vitamix.
Is that it? Vitamix, yes, that is it. Thank you. And it fucking whips it down to like a drinkable consistency. So I put like pineapple in it to make it taste good. And it's fucking great, man. It doesn't taste that good, but for your body, it's great. You know, it gives you just like this charge of like good stuff. It's like your body knows it's got all these nutrients to work with.
But isn't there an inherent contradiction with? Because I know that you do the Ultimate Fighting stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Ultimate?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Ultimate?
Yeah, it's called the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
But that seems to be people murdering people. Like other people slamming on you and making it so that your health is no longer a possibility.
You can look at it that way, and that is certainly part of it, but what it also is competition in the highest and most dramatic form
Sure.
that a human being can see other than war.
Right, the way the Olympics is. I mean, it's not the healthiest thing to be an Olympic gymnast.
Yeah, maybe, but this is even worse because this is another person dominating you.
Yeah.
You know, the idea of losing in gymnastics is, you know, I'm sure a cruel bitch after years and years of practice, and you slip when you land.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
There's nothing like getting just the fuck beat out of you in front of the world.
Yeah.
And there's the emotions that are involved in that,
Yeah.
the amount of control. The place to look is to look at the very, very best guys.
Yeah.
If you look at the guys like Anderson Silva, you know, he's this insanely good fighter. He's insanely good, but such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like a sweetheart of a guy, always laughing and always joking. He's just controlled all of his demons and all of his bullshit with like the most intense form of competition physically available.
That
So
makes sense.
there's a lot going on that people don't see. You see people just kicking people's asses. But it's not just that. There's a whole side to like the character development and the aspect of being a martial artist and the ability to control your emotions under incredible stress, the incredible stress of competing in a fucking cage in front of the world.
Yeah.
It's really intense, and you're fighting some other trained killer.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you can do. You're gonna fight a guy who might be able to do things better than you.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
No, it's really interesting. I don't follow Ultimate Fighting, but when I was in school, when I studied screenwriting, my professor always, in college, always said that there's nothing more dramatic than sports. No piece of writing, no Shakespearean play, nothing can be more dramatic than any athletic competition.
I'm not even a baseball fan, but I remember what happened in Boston when Bill Buckner dropped that
Jesus.
ball.
Yeah, I grew up in Massachusetts.
Folks don't even, people don't even understand.
No.
Like, you don't understand that the entire city wanted this guy dead because he dropped a ball.
Yeah.
And unapologetically, people were walking in the streets, fuck Bill Buckner, that cocksucker, screaming at him. He dropped one of the most important balls ever. Ever. There's so many balls that he dropped. What are the odds that the one that you dropped, the one ball that you fuck up on, is going to be so goddamn important? That's when you're a baseball player. I mean, balls hop. They move funny. You're guessing a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get it wrong. Sometimes you fuck up.
You grew up in Mass, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. What part?
Shrewsbury, which is outside of Worcester.
Oh, I know where Shrewsbury is.
Yeah, Route 9.
Yeah, we used to go up. I used to go somewhere in Shrewsbury. I'm trying to remember. But
Spags.
I used to live in
the
New
Spags Superstore, which was like the original. What was like the original kind of like BJ's Warehouse before there was BJ's Warehouse kind of thing?
You guys are famous for a big store.
We are. I'm not even kidding. I swear to you, when I say I'm from
there.
Shrewsbury, people say I'm from you're from where Spags is.
I think there was a gig there. I think that's why I'm remembering it. I think it was one of those Boston comedy gigs. Did you ever work for Boston Comedy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They
sent me out
Well,
on
there was
those
an Aku
road
Aku
gigs.
in Worcester.
Yes. Yeah.
I grew up driving by the Aku Aku where it would say comedy night.
Yeah, was that a Nick's
Little-
comedy stop?
Yeah.
Is it still a Nick's comedy stop?
I don't know, actually.
And then there's Giggles out there in Saugus. It's Mike Clark's.
I never
It's got
did
a
that. I like
great
Mike Clark.
pizza
Yeah.
place.
Really?
Oh yeah, pizza's great. It's right next door.
Massachusetts pizza is very underrated.
Very
It's
underrated.
Greek pizza. It's good.
Giggles was a great thing. Mike Clark is Lenny Clark's brother.
Yeah, I know.
And he's a fucking great
Nice guy, yeah.
Oh, he's the best.
But we had, in my town, Shrewsbury, a very small town, I had 4 pizzerias within a half mile. Shrewsbury Pizzeria, Village Pizzeria, Dean Park, and White City.
I thought that Massachusetts pizza was really good until I moved back to New York. And then I just realized there's a few places like in Yonkers.
Yeah.
There's a place in White Plains called Nikki's Pizzeria.
Yeah.
They have a white pizza that is so fucking good.
I gotta try
It's like,
that.
how come they can't make this anywhere else? Like, why is this not in California?
We have in my movie Sleepwalk with Me, there's a pizza pillow. There's a pillow made of pizza as a prop, and it was done by Roberta's, which is in Brooklyn, and it's fantastic. Check out Roberta's if you can.
Yeah, there's some like legit old school New York pizzerias that just can't be fucked with. They're artisans.
Arturo's on Houston's like that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There was a
John's
place.
is like that.
I just remember a place in Yonkers. I don't even remember the name of it, but my friend used to know it was like his buddy's dad ran it for 100 years, and it just was ridiculously good. Thin crust pizza was like, this is just some weird place. Like, you look on the outside, this is if everybody knew about this, there'd be a fucking mile-long line. I mean, you go to that Pink's Hot Dogs. Isn't that the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Because they cook the hot dogs at night, or outside rather. It's just this giant line of people who are basically waiting to get a very mediocre hot dog.
Yeah.
But this pizza is just...
I love that phrase. If everybody knew about this. that's like the thing that they say in advertising rooms. Like, if we could just get everyone to know about it.
There's some shit like that just sneaks through. Like, we all know comics like that have just snuck through.
If everybody knew...
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
do you know Brian Holtzman?
No.
Brian Holtzman, for sure. No doubt.
Brian
Holtzman has made me laugh harder saying ridiculously inappropriate shit than anyone.
Well, that's how I feel. I mean,
Brody.
I'm talking about
Brody's starting to get a little famous, though. A lot of people know Brody now.
I'm talking about someone pretty famous, but I feel like Stanhope is like that to an extent, where it's like, he's very famous, he has a big following, but like if people saw live his 90 minutes he puts on, people would be like, oh, that's the best comedian alive.
Yeah, he's doing what I love to watch as a comedian. As a comedian, and he and I had a conversation about it too. It's like, one of the things as you get older, you really appreciate guys that are still doing real fucking comedy. They're still saying what they really think.
Yeah.
So, because somewhere along the line, I mean, we're not naming names.
Norton's another one of those.
He's another one.
He's the one who told me to come here.
Oh,
By
really?
the way, we were at the Comedy Cellar
awesome.
and we were talking about podcasts, and he goes, "Have you ever listened to Rogan's podcast?" And I go, "No." He goes, "It's incredible. You got to go on. It's incredible." And so then I started listening to it, and then I just struck you.
Oh, that's awesome. I love Norton. Norton and I went to see Dice in Vegas. We went and sat in the audience. Norton and I and Bobby Kelly and Brian and Anthony Cumia and Sam Roberts, we all went there. We drove a big fucking limo together. We all had dinner. It was like a gentleman's night. It was fun. We ate at a steakhouse, and then we all went to a show.
That's fun.
I
did that with... I did that. I'm going to counter that with a much dorkier version of that, which is my wife and I and Ira Glass, who co-wrote my film, and his wife, the four of us went to see Stanhope at Caroline's. It was the last comedy show, and because Ira had never seen Stanhope, and I was like, you gotta see this guy. There's nothing like him.
Yeah, I love Doug.
And then, of course, Doug, when he finds out Ira's there, makes fun of public radio for like 15 minutes. And Ira's like, how did this become about me? I just want to go see a show.
Listen, man, if you're on national public radio, it becomes about you if you're in your room.
Yeah, I know.
If you're in the room, it's just, that is a silly topic. You're not allowed to have any emotions. Everything has to be talking about it like this. Completely unreasonable.
But Ira's show is incredible. It's very different.
Is it different?
This American Life, have you ever listened to it?
No, never.
Oh, you'd love it.
Really?
This
Great
American
stuff?
Life is incredible. It is... it's funny, I've never had to sell it to anybody before. People listen to it so much, but like, it's like...
I've seen it in the ratings.
It's a radio... It's a weekly radio documentary. Imagine your favorite film documentary and take that to radio, and it's incredible what they do. It's like a fucking miracle.
Really?
It's a fucking miracle.
Wow.
You personally would love it.
Dude, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'll get on it today.
On.com.
You should go on their on.com. You should go on their website and look at they have like a list of like these are the legendary episodes, the gateway drug.
Oh, really?
The gateway drug of This American Life.
Oh, that's a good idea. To
Yeah.
have like the episodes that they
You
feel
guys
best
should. You guys
represent
should
them.
have that. Yeah.
Amazing, dude.
Where are you on that? Where are you guys on that? What's
We're
going
not
on?
anywhere on that. We just put them up there. But there's a lot of websites that sort them out. You can only do so much.
Yeah,
man.
you can only survive.
And we're doing like 3 and 4 of these a week sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, lately it's been 4. You know, we're doing 3 together, and I did 1 yesterday with Brian Callen, just me and Brian.
Oh, cool.
And then we usually do
Brian's
Ice House
another one.
Chronicles.
Brian's another one, by the way. Comedian you might not know. But
Yes.
he's fucking hilarious.
Hilarious, ridiculous. Yeah, he came over to my house last night and had a little family barbecue. It was fun.
Yeah.
He's
Nice.
he's just such a silly boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's so fucking silly. He's such a fun dude. And Norton.
If people, I love that phrase. If people knew
Yeah.
about this,
Norton is a guy, even though everybody knows it from the Opie Anthony show. And,
Yeah.
There's not enough people who know how funny he is
as a
as a
stand-up,
stand-up.
yeah.
I saw him in Austin. I was in town doing a UFC, and another thing, I got a chance to just sit down and watch a gig.
Oh yeah.
It's really fun to do.
It's fun, yeah.
And especially if it's a guy like Norton. He made me change my act a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because I realized I was doing too long sets. I wanted to do like these really long sets because I didn't want anybody to feel like they didn't get their money's worth.
I feel that way too.
Really long
I
sets.
had that same thing.
But Norton did like an hour and just fucking laid it
You just
down.
owned it
And I was
for an
like,
hour,
you know what,
yeah.
man? Maybe that's a better thing. So I cut my sets down from like an hour and a half plus to like an hour and 10 minutes. Because I feel like nobody talk for more than an hour and 10 minutes, man.
When I started working the door, I started out working the door at the DC Improv, and
It's a stupid clock. Yeah, he's gonna fucking cat clock. No, that's not a distraction, dude. You're right.
No, but I started out
It's part of
working,
the charm of the
working
show.
the door at the DC Improv, and it was really like comedy college because I was opening for like every week like Jake Johansson, Brian Regan,
Right.
Mitch Hedberg, Dave Attell, and Pablo Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lesson in comedy. You watch him; he's another. People knew about it.
Yeah.
What the live Pablo Francisco shows like he does back then, at least the week I opened for him, did 45 minutes, blew the doors off the room in a way that I've never seen. Like I've never seen anything like that.
Pablo doesn't just do a comedy show. It's like a multimedia presentation.
It's
Because he can make so many crazy noises with his mouth, and he has so many nutty impressions of people.
yeah.
It's like a multimedia presentation sometimes.
He's somebody who, if he really opened up and did some personal stuff combined with the talent that he has with the noises and the sounds and
Yeah,
everything.
but I don't think he can.
Oh wow, would that be a good show?
Yeah, it would be a very good show.
That'd be something else.
Yeah, he's a great guy too.
Really
Pablo
nice
Francisco.
guy.
That's one of the coolest things about comedy is that a lot of people like assume that every comic is fucked up and that so many of them are antisocial and depressed. And I don't find that to be the case. I find it to be the case is like there's a lot of funny guys like Stanhope.
Yeah.
They're fun to be around. They're
Yeah.
nice guys.
I love what Stan Hope said when there was that whole comedy school debate happening.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Cease and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And Stan Hope says that he's going to have a free one in Bisbee, where he lives. I just love that. It's just like everybody should show up, just bring some drinks. Like Stan Hope's whole thing is just like you learn about comedy, like offering the comedian you're opening for drinks after the show, just asking questions.
That is a better way to learn.
I think that's how I learned.
I have a real problem with comedy classes that are taught by people who are not comedians. I've seen that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's just craziness.
Yeah.
Like that's like that doesn't even make sense. It's
No.
like English speaking taught by people who don't speak English. Like
Yeah.
if you haven't actually done stand up and you have to do it for years, you have to get your dick kicked into the dirt on numerous occasions. You know, I mean, don't you think that made you as a comedian
Oh,
with
yeah.
some really tough sets in the beginning? You kind of realize what you got to do to fix.
And that's what my entire movie is about. It's about just failure and failure and failure, and then finding at the end of the movie the character who's just kind of you see one sequence of this guy's gonna figure it out
Yeah.
eventually.
I think we all like start off terrible. I've never met anybody that started off good.
No, I think it's for me. Like I always tell people, comedians, people who want to be comedians, get a job at a comedy club. Because,
Yeah.
like, I worked at the VC Improv at the door, and then after I punched out from making minimum wage, I got to watch the show for free. And that's what you need. You just need to see comedians over and over and over again and eventually go, okay, I can do something.
It's a weird thing when you figure that when you start to realize that it's a craft, but yours is it seems like it's kind of similar to other people's, but it's not. It's your weird take on shit. You got to find out what the fuck that is. You got to find the silly, find the preposterous. Yeah, it takes so long, man. And you get conflicted and. I don't know if you're being full of shit. Am I being? Is this an affected attitude that I'm putting on? Is it obvious?
Yeah, when I was starting out, I was totally putting on an actor.
Ugh, I hate that.
Because
It's so embarrassing.
Well, because it is embarrassing.
When you look back on those sets.
Well, no, because I was, and everybody does though. I mean, I even like Geraldo is one of my favorite comedians of all time, and was a friend of mine. And like, he even said like, he's like, when I started out, like, my first TV sets, I sounded like David Tell. I was on TV sounding like somebody else before I figured out who I was. And then I think Geraldo's one. Well, like for me, it was just I sounded like Steven. Then I sounded like Mitchell. And then eventually I sounded like this.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid. Man. It's hard to avoid being like really influenced by the guys that came before they were really good. I caught myself sounding like Rich Jenny on stage.
Really?
Just almost exactly. It was like such an obvious ripoff. Like I was in the middle of a set. Like I kept going with the bit, and I finished my set. Like the audience didn't even know.
Yeah.
But to myself, I was like, "Ew, you fraud!"
yeah.
I was like, "You fucking Rich Jenny clone. What do you do?" I was like a gear in or something like that, you know. But I'll never forget like how embarrassing it was. That if I was in the room and I saw me on stage, I'd be like, Who's this guy ripping off Rich Jenny? Because you know when guys will do that, you're not even ripping off material. You're just ripping off being that guy.
Yeah. People say that. I had that with even right Mitch Hedberg, and then inadvertently Todd Barry. People were like, "You sound like Todd Barry," and I was like, "I'm not even watching." I mean, I like Todd Barry a lot. He's a great comic, but it wasn't like I was watching a ton of Todd Barry.
Well, I think you just have a similar tone to your voice, and it's only mildly similar.
Yeah.
But people are crazy. They'll find connections in fucking anything. I got off stage once in Kentucky, and some guy came up to me with a list of people. It's like, he said, Patton Oswalt, this, that. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you sounded like these people.
Oh, God.
And I was like, listen, man, I don't know what to tell you. Did you have a good time? Did you have fun? I don't know what to tell you. You're looking at it, what are you saying? You're saying that I'm not me, and that I'm all these people?
That's really,
what are you saying?
I like that response.
There was a bunch of
Hey,
them,
did
too.
you have a good time?
Yeah, that's all I could say to him. I'm like, listen, I hope you had a good time at the comedy show, crazy.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit here and you're going to analyze who my influences were.
Yeah.
And you're angry at me for being influenced by great comedians. But
Yeah.
I don't even think that's what it was. I think it was like, people will try to find a connection in anything.
Oh, yeah.
When I listened to my recording after the guy said that to me, so I was like, what the fuck is this guy? There was a couple of obscure ones in there too. I don't remember who his references were, but it was like Richard Lewis was one of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are you even saying?
Yeah.
And I went and listened to it, and I didn't hear any of it. Somebody will